There are some days that are just so much better than others.
Yeah!
The sun is out. We are with all our friends. We play, we sing, we laugh. We're having the best time. It feels like nothing can get us down. But of course, we can also experience bad days too.
You're not talking about me, are you?
Days when we don't really feel like laughing because it just hurts too much. Because someone has said or has done something to us with the intention of hurting our feelings. Something like that can make us sad. Those days, well, are very difficult, right? And Jesus, he had very many wonderful days. But that wasn't always the case. He also had very, very difficult days. Jesus understands us because he suffered just as we sometimes suffer. Today we are going to see what we can learn from those days that were so difficult for Jesus and take a look at what we can apply to our own lives. When the people saw that Jesus was performing many wonderful miracles, they realized right then that he was God. And some people thought to themselves, "That's so amazing. This is such great news. Thanks to Jesus, all our suffering is over. He's come to save us. We can use this to our advantage. Let's see if we can ask him to use his power to put an end to all our enemies and make them suffer just like we did all this time." So they said the following to Jesus. "Hey Jesus, so what do you think about maybe casting several bolts of lightning or perhaps a huge ball of fire on all the people who disobey you? Huh? That'll make a statement and will surely teach our enemies a lesson. And they'll know that you are our savior. So humiliate them. Hit them where it hurts. Let them know they can't mess with us. Crush them. Smash them. Bam, 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 bam." Even though those people who said those things knew Jesus, there was something very important that they had not learned. And it's one of the key things we really focus on here in Catequizis. It is considered one of the best things about having Jesus in your life, which is what?
It's Jesus' love.
Yes, his love. Very good. And we know that his love is?
Jesus' love is unconditional.
I can't tell you just how much I absolutely love that word. In fact, I have to say it myself. Unconditional. Jesus teaches us to love everyone, the same way we love ourselves. This also includes those who harm us, and those who are our enemies. Now, Jesus doesn't just say nice things and then doesn't act on it. No. What Jesus says, he does as well. And the same applied when he was terribly harmed, and when he was mocked and he suffered. Not once did Jesus stop loving his enemies. They tied Jesus by his hands, and he was unjustly taken to prison. He was locked up. A convicted murderer named Barabbas was released in exchange for Jesus' imprisonment. Then they teased him, they spat on him, they punched him. They stripped him of his clothes and whipped his back many times. They also put a crown of thorns on his head. Then he was forced to carry a huge cross, and he had to walk through the streets carrying the cross to the top of a hill. Along the way, he had some trouble carrying the cross, and so Simon of Cyrene helped him. It was there in Golgotha that he was hung from a wooden cross, crucified, with nails in his hands and feet. The sign King of the Jews was placed above Jesus' head, mocking him, saying that if he were truly the Son of God, why wouldn't he save himself? And while they were doing this, Jesus never complained, never, not even once. There wasn't one time he insulted anyone. And not once did he hit anyone. Do you know what he did instead? Jesus loved his enemies throughout it all. That never changed, right until the very end. And he prayed to God the Father. He prayed with so much love for the people who had hurt him, who mocked him and beat him. He said, "I hope that you hear my prayer, Father. Forgive them, for they know not what they do." Whenever we see this image of Jesus on the cross, we are reminded of something very important. It's referred to as the Crucifix, an image of Jesus on the cross. And when we look at this, what we should see is Jesus' love. This right here is the image of unconditional love. Jesus has come to earth all because he loves us. He has taught us to serve one another and that we should forgive each other too. We should treat each other the way we would like to be treated. The many miracles he performed was completely out of love for us, and he also has suffered immensely because of his love for us. Thanks to the example that he had set, we have learned to suffer with a new spirit, and that spirit is called love. The wounds still hurt the same as before. The pain once experienced before is the same, but Jesus has taught us to transform every suffering into an opportunity to love more, to turn it into an opportunity to know that we are loved by him, and there isn't anything in this world that can separate us from his love. So here's the thing, I actually have some very good news to share with you all.
Really?
Alright, so the good news is, Jesus' life didn't end on the day of his death. In the same way, our life won't end the day we die either. This requires a longer explanation, but we'll get into all that tomorrow. Bye.